Chickens. Literal, feathered, and clucking chickens. Not the primed for roasting at 375 degrees kind. Were not at all what my Monday needed. But apparently the universe had noticed my foul mood and sent foul. As in a box of weird-looking chickens currently sitting outside my bookstore's loading dock. "Is this a joke?" I asked Oz, our new stalker, who'd come to fetch me to deal with a situation. I'd expected a box cutter injury or damaged goods, not chickens. Like one of those Haze the City Slicker things? I wasn't going to be amused if that were the case. Oz was a nice enough younger guy, maybe 25 or so, but he'd been with us less than a week, and already he seemed to take great delight in correcting any wrong assumptions on my part about Vermont life. "No joke. I like being employed." Oz had a devilish grin. Nothing much seemed to bother him, and even now he seemed more stumped than alarmed. "And I'm more of a sausage guy than a chicken fan myself." "Oz," I warned, gesturing at the giant clucking box. "If it's not a joke, how did we end up with chickens? We're a bookstore." I wasn't entirely sure what sort of store around here might sell live poultry, but it definitely was not my brand-new bookstore, which specialized in LGBTQ+ titles and merchandise. Nothing feathered, stinky, or clucking allowed. And these chickens were all three. The two large red and white boxes proudly proclaimed live birds, and had mesh-covered air holes through which we could see the indignant, squawking birds. And smell them. They didn't look like the happy chickens that graced fast food ads at all. These were all black and looked to be young. Older than fluffy chicks, but probably not grown enough for Sunday dinner. Maybe these birds were destined to be pets and not served at a table? I heard people did that around here, kept them in their backyards, gave them names. Some of my mother's new neighbors apparently had a 2-story chicken condo in their yard. Vermont. Not for the first time I had to shake my head. I'd agreed to my mom's crazy plan to move to this mostly rural state, but I hadn't been prepared for the culture shock. Or chickens. Huh. Fearlessly getting closer to the birds than I would, Oz bent down to examine the boxes more closely. The postal labels were smeared and mangled, like they'd been caught by some machinery.